Hello, this is Simenon from Bomb the Bass, and you're watching Vírgula.
Oi, eu sou a Cláudia Seff. Eu tô saindo aqui do Vírgula, da redação do Vírgula, para ir conversar com o Simenon, do Bomb the Bass, e o Boratto, que estão colaborando em faixas para um possível álbum novo da dupla. Então eu vou lá tomar um café da manhã com eles. Já já a gente tá lá na padaria Barcelona. Até mais. Gui, conta pra gente o que estamos fazendo aqui nesse momento.
Nesse momento eu tô comendo um sanduba, que só na Barcelona dá pra comer um treco desse, que é pata negra com queijo step. Não dá pra acreditar, né?
E quem é o nosso convidado especial aqui?
Nosso convidado especial é o Tim. O Tim tá comendo um Minas, queijo Minas.
Queijo Minas. How do you like that cheese?
Cheese is nice, yeah, it's really tasty. I thought it was a bit like mozzarella, but
Yeah.
Guy pointed out maybe it's even fresher.
Fresher.
Fresher than mozzarella. So,
So it's approved.
Very tasty. It's approved officially.
Tim, so tell me, this is your first time in Brazil,
Yes, this
Yeah?
is my first time in Brazil and obviously in Sao Paulo.
and how do you like it so far? Because you've been here a while now, a few
I've
days.
been here for 5 days, and I've immediately warmed to the place and felt very comfortable as soon as I got here. Really.
Actually, you came before because you wanted to work with this guy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
With Guy, I came a week before so that we could spend some good time working on some music together. That was the plan.
What made you want to do this with Guy? What drove your attention towards his work?
Well, I think the idea has always been to try something new on every album. So it just seems like a natural progression to be hooking up with someone like Guy and trying something new, you know. And the idea came about really at the beginning of this year, or even last year, when I heard Guy's album Chromophobia, and got in touch with Guy with regards to doing a remix. And I was blown away by the remix, and it just seemed like a natural hookup, really. You know, the Brazil trip came a couple of months ago, and the pieces of the puzzle started to fall into place. You know, obviously, Guy being based here, also Cespa, who did the artwork for Future Chaos, is also based in Sao Paulo. So it just seemed natural for me to be here and do some music here.
All right. E como você recebeu o primeiro contato dele, sendo que quando a gente falava sobre influências, Bomb the Bass era uma coisa recorrente, sempre no seu trabalho.
Foi até engraçado esse negócio de... Foi graças ao MySpace, que eu até achei que era um negócio meio, era um spam. Falou, puta Gui, tô super apaixonado pelo teu disco, não sei o que, tem um remix de um cara cantando assim, vai ser do meu disco novo, blá blá blá. Entre em contato comigo, um abraço, Tim. Quando eu vi Tim, aí eu vi que não era spam. Aí a primeira coisa que eu perguntei, por exemplo, are you Tim Simenon?
Get down to the funky beat. Get down to the funky beat. Get down to the funky beat.
At the same time that a lot of people are abandoning instruments and going, completely into computers and stuff, you're doing the other way around. You're back with a band, and are you always doing what people, are not doing?
Not on purpose.
The opposite way?
Not on purpose.
Tim's first ideas for what we're doing, I've been asking, like, Tim, how do you create that sound? This is an old vinyl, blah blah blah. And again, what about this loop? This is an old vinyl.
Essa é a capa original do Single Beat This, que foi lançado em 87, e tem esse smile aqui meio machucado, que na verdade foi inspirado num livro. É verdade. Can you tell us about this logo? It was inspired by a novel.
Yeah, well, the story behind this is there was a comic book that I used to read called The Watchmen.
Yeah, The Watchmen.
Which is basically where this whole idea came about. the smiley badge was worn by this person who got pushed out of a window, and was murdered, you know, and that is basically his blood on the badge. And I thought it was quite a symbolic thing at the time because I really enjoyed reading that comic book, you know.
Yeah.
So that's basically where the whole idea came from, really. So you know, it's really a tribute to the Watchmen.
And what about this cover here? A lot of people ask themselves also, this is you, this is Tim, and
This was me back in '87,
and this
wearing a smiley badge.
and there's a lot of influence of graffiti and street art back then, which is something that now is really strong, but back then wasn't so much.
Yeah, I suppose after when I met the guy who did this, it's an artist called David Little. He designed it because he knew I was really into reading comics and films, and I suppose that I already had the title Into the Dragon.
So what can kids expect to see Saturday?
Well, they will be hearing first of all a few tracks from Into the Dragon, Beat This and Mega Blast, reworkings of Bug Powder Dust, Clear Cut, as well as a few tracks from Future Chaos.
All right.
All done in a new style, you know.
Come outside to the sun. I know in time you will be done. Mine just keeps on running.
Oi, eu sou o Boratto e a gente tá junto aqui no Vírgula.